Okay, right here is a 1969 Euclid R50. This is a 50-ton off-road truck that was introduced by Euclid in 1965 as a replacement for the company's older model, the R45. Now I'm going to take and show you around this truck, tell you some history and technical information about it. Two versions of the R50 were produced by Euclid GM, a 12LD and a 13LD. Both trucks were exactly the same in their design and in appearance. The only difference was both trucks were powered by two different engines. The 13LD was Cummins powered, with a VT12 635 diesel, which would put out 600 horsepower. What you're looking at right here is a 201LD. This is the first upgraded version of an R50 that was released by Euclid when they were under the ownership of the White Motor Corporation. The 201LD has the exact same powering system that you would find in the older 12LD. This truck is Detroit powered. The big Detroit engine that you see under the hood here is a model 16V71N, which is a two-cycle engine and puts out 609 horsepower. And in the front, you can see the radiator fan. On the nose of the truck, you can see where it says Euclid. Now, as I said, the R50 was the replacement for the older R45, and when this truck came out, it featured a lot of improvements over the older R45, and one of them was the R50 replaced the front leaf spring suspension used on the R45 with independent front coil spring suspension, which you can see right here. And what it is basically a giant spring that connects from the superstructure down onto what's called the trailing arm. And the trailing arm is what's connected to the front tire. And here you can see the steering cylinder, which connects to the tie rods to turn the front tires left or right. This new suspension design greatly improved how the truck would ride over uneven ground. This particular R50 was never used very much when it was first bought, and as you can see, the truck is retired, but a lot of the things on this truck are completely original, which I will point out. First of all of the tires that you see on this truck are completely original, right from the Euclid factory, which is pretty cool. Another thing that is original on this truck, these are all the original mud mats, and you can see right from the factory where they say Euclid. This truck has two mufflers, one on each side of the superstructure, and you can see where the exhaust runs into the muffler and then out the bottom pipe, which takes the exhaust and puts it up inside the dump box. Now, the whole reason behind putting the exhaust through the dump box is to heat the dump body. This is so when the truck is working in the winter time or when it's cold out, the exhaust will heat the body, thus keeping it from getting real cold so the material won't stick. And in the back, there are two holes on each side of the rear of the box, which the exhaust will then run out of. Now, this is the standard rock box that was offered for the R50 with a strut capacity of 33.3 cubic yards, 38 cubic yards heaped. A low profile box was also offered for the truck. Right back here you can see the rear differential, leaf spring suspension in the back, and two cylinders to raise and lower the dump box mounted in the center of the superstructure. On this side, this is the hydraulic oil tank that you see right here. And below it, these two round tanks are the air tanks to hold the PSI for the air brakes. This truck has a 6-speed Allison CLBT 6061 transmission installed in it. You can see it right there, and the drive shaft running back to power the rear tires. This big tank that you see mounted between the operator's cab and the dump box is the diesel fuel tank, which holds 205 gallons of fuel. And there's two caps on each end to fuel the tank with diesel fuel. Now let's go up inside the operator's cab Also take note of the walkway mounted right behind the front tire to get up inside the cab. Here you can get a good view of the operator station on the R50. This hand lever that you see right here, mounted on the side of the steering wheel on the tree, is called the trolley brake. This is exactly the same as the foot brake on the floor. You use this to hold the truck in position while you're getting loaded or when you're dumping. Out in front here on the panel are all your gauges for your water temperature, oil pressure, service air pressure, clutch pressure, hydraulic filter, your starting air pressure, and your amp meter. This is the engine start switch, this is the engine shutoff, the parking brake, and warning lights. Right here on my right side is the shifter for the transmission to go from neutral, 6 forward speeds, and a reverse. On my left side, this hand lever you see is to work the dump box, to raise, float, hold, and lower it. Now let's go out this door here. Again, you can get another view of the diesel tank. The R50 has 2 air cleaners mounted. Up on top of the deck, you can see them right here. The air intakes below, the air filters up top, and the 2 pipes that pull the fresh cleaned air down into the Detroit engine. But there she is, one of Euclid's Green Hornets, a 1969 201LD R50.